welcome back to the Unleashed. I'm your host, Jared Beeler. This video is going to be a quick update, and I wanted to talk about a couple things. And it's not going to take too long. The La Palma volcano has been spewing lava and stuff like that, like you guys have seen probably if you've been watching and paying attention. And they've evacuated all the people, like 5,000 people and stuff. Houses are burning and stuff like that. Nobody's died, thankfully, but the lava's been flowing like nonstop. And recently I've heard now that it's got a sulfur buildup, and they think that it's going to explode. That doesn't surprise me at all. And anyways, what I wanted to point out is that something very interesting. Back in late August, the buoy system that warns the East Coast, there's like 4 of them for that area or whatever, that'll notify America for any sort of tsunami or something like that. They've all been broken or dismantled or turned off one by one going into September to where we are now. And the one that notifies New York has been giving like a tsunami warning daily. And because of that, when one actually happens, they're not going to pay any attention, and they're not going to give the public any notice or anything like that. And I don't think that that's a coincidence at all. I think this is a pre-planned idea, and I think that they've been had it in the works for a while. For those of you who have seen the $100 bill, I think it is, where it shows the flooding in New York and stuff like that, there's been a tsunami plan for the East Coast for quite some time, including visions that people have had. I've talked to numerous people that have lived in Florida and moved out of there because of having a dream that they're under 50 feet of water in their house and they're looking up, and it scared them pretty bad because it was very realistic, and they felt that it was by the Holy Spirit, and they needed to move out of there. And my sister included, she moved out of Florida as well because she didn't want to be there. And I think that there's a very prophetic and serious reason for that. But anyways, they're totally planning it. Kamala Harris, I saw recently, just flew down to Vietnam or whatever, due to like foreign relations and stuff like that. I think they're just getting her out of there right now for safety and stuff. Will they sacrifice Biden in this? That's always a possibility when you're dealing with Machiavellians like this, the Obama administration, stuff like that. They'll use somebody, and they have no friends or allies. They act like they are, but they can't wait to stab the next person in the back. And just like Sith, climb the power chain, climb the power ladder. And for those that know, they have a spot open for Obama in the UN when the New World Order starts and the UN transitions into the New World Order. So they're just waiting for him to come to power. Like I say, there's nobody that fits the bill like him for the Antichrist. He's literally done it as a checklist, just checking it off on every single aspect that there is. And if you know the different scriptures for it, he's totally the guy. If they bring somebody else in the last second, I don't see it happening though. Anyways. But the way that it looks right now, I'd say this is a pre-planned attack on America. Recently, I just heard, and I mean very recently, that insider information in Russia and China have a device, all right? They already have devices, HARP and stuff like that. They can cause earthquakes. They can make volcanoes go and stuff like that. And that they're purposely setting it off. If that's the case, it doesn't matter. It's not a country against country sort of situation. It is they always know at the top. They always have. They're all inside of it. Like I say, from the Masons down, they control all the elites and stuff like that. They have position around the world. So if they're doing something, even if it is coming from Russia or China or something, our White House administration, they're going to know about it ahead of time, and they're going to allow it to happen because they're just as much eager to subdue the American public and put them in camps and kill them off and take away guns and stuff like that. They're all working together at the top, and the satanic agenda. So that's something to keep in mind. There's only 2 ways that I know that they could do a tsunami. One would be La Palma, which is what they look like they're doing right now. The other would be the Poseidon missile that Russia owns. Biggest nuke ever, 4 times the size of the Tsar Bomba. That is designed to explode and create a nuclear tsunami that they could use on the East Coast. Those are the only 2 ways. But because of prophetic insight of people have had of dreams and the East Coast getting hit, as well as them putting it out there, and pre-planned from the elites and stuff like that, where they put it on like the $100 bill and stuff like that. It is something that is in the works. How that takes place, I don't know. Will it happen with this? It might, or it might be another version. But one way or another, I totally believe 100% that it does take place and it does happen. This could be it. Guys, don't forget, this Thursday is the 4-year mark since the Revelation 12 sign. And I mean, that lines up perfectly with with Luke 13, okay, 6 through 9, like I've said before, that parable that I overlooked before, and I thought was very interesting because it lines up with exactly 4 extra years. Stuff heating up right before that, this being the year of me being told on May 13th, I'd say it lines up with it perfect. So will it be to the day? Possibly, or maybe the counter will just stop, and stuff's going to start breaking loose from that point on this Thursday. I don't know. But I do know the way this volcano is and who the elites have. I mean, volcanologists and stuff like that, they know how it works. They know they can turn it on, maybe stop it for a little bit, let it build some steam up, and then bring it back on, and it might make it explode. I mean, they know how volcanoes work. I'm a scientist. I'm not a volcanologist. So, but they've got the means to do it, and if this doesn't work, if they can't do it this way, then they can always use their backup with the old Poseidon missile that Russia has on its subs, and it already has out in the Atlantic on standby. So, anyways, but the timing of it, if this thing does blow and go and create a tsunami and destroy the East Coast and everything like that, oh man, is our guard going to be down? And it's honestly, like, from a strategic standpoint, it's the perfect time to attack. It's the perfect time to attack America, and China and Russia could totally do that at the same time. So is this part of a strategic attack? I wouldn't put it past it. Like I say, America goes first. At least it gets subdued enough in the very beginning so that they can get it under control and start the New World Order that happens right off the bat. Okay, so keep that in mind. Kamala Harris, like I say, being out of the White House and down on the opposite side of the planet, it's not a surprise. And the buoys all going out that would warn the East Coast. And of course, the latest news is White House has discussed it already, and they decided not to tell the American public because they're worried about them panicking. That's what they always say. They don't care about panic or anything else. They just want to kill as many people by surprise as possible because they are Satanists, like I always say, all right? They want to kill innocent people, and they get off on it. They love it, all right? Hell is created for these people, and they deserve it. Honestly, they're absolute filth, all right? I don't know, you guys have probably heard now that France is all pissed off at us because we did a nuclear deal with Australia with subs, and they already had the deal going since 2016 for their subs, which weren't nuclear. So now they feel all betrayed and stabbed in the back and stuff like that. What I want to bring up from this is a very important topic. Those that have seen America's destruction, with China and Russia attacking at the same time, there was another 2 countries that ended up joining in, all right, that helped with that. And recently, I think it was in the last year or 2, that revelation was brought forth, and they were told, those other 2 countries were allowed to remember from their dream anyways. Those 2 countries were Germany and France. Okay, so for France to be pissed at America right before this goes down, which we're looking like the start of the tribulation, and they help, according to these vision, with Russia and China as well as Germany. It's no surprise they're pissed off right now. It's actually perfect timing. And when I saw that, I'm like, of course they are. I'm like, it couldn't be more fit perfectly in the timing. And Germany and France, they think, have possibly cut a deal for energy supply from Russia. They're supplying their heating energy. And Germany, they think they already have them on board, but France is another one. And now with this new cutthroat deal or whatever that they did for the nuclear subs. For Australia, it's only going to make France more pissed off. They're going to join in with Russia, and they're all drawing their lines up for who's with who during World War III, which will be short-lived, and then they'll draw up their battle lines for the 10 kings that happen when the tribulation starts. So just to point that out. And I talked on the last video about the Pope doing a deal with the UN and within the workings of the paperwork. It's all the lockdown measures and stuff that you want to have and put in place during the tribulation. So, I mean, it looks really good. And when does it fall? When is he having this meeting? Right within the timelines of what I've said when the tribulation would have to start according to Daniel's timeline and the numbers for it to line up with the Feast of Trumpets at the end, fulfilling Feast of Trumpets, Feast of Atonement, Feast of Tabernacles at the second coming. So that's timing. It's just perfectly. Of course, we're also in the same window. This would be the year when it would happen. So it would fulfill the 70 to 80 year generation of the fig tree, all right, that Jesus promised. And of course, what he told me that it is happening this year, it's most definitely happening this year. I'm using the exact words, and it looks like that it is. The weather's absolutely perfect for it. The clouds are poofy. It's nice and sunny out. Honestly, blue skies. I expect it any day. It really could happen. Will it go into October? Possibly, or maybe it'll happen right up leading up to it. Maybe it'll be the last day of summer this Wednesday. I have no idea. Nobody knows the day or the hour, the exact moment, what God has on his mind. I was surprised when he told me the year, pleasantly surprised though, and I'm very grateful, and I'm just happy to share it, all right, even though it's been a million attacks, all right, that it's this year, and that's the way that it looks. It's not going past that. The death toll is going to start rumbling in big time. From all the people that have taken the snake bite, aka the mark of the beast, all right, you don't want to do it. Your immune system's totally compromised. You're just absolutely destroyed, all right? If you've done it willingly and from a cowardice perspective, like being a Christian or whatever, I cannot say that you're promised the rapture. I don't know, but it might have knocked you out of the running for that, and you have to go the old-fashioned way. So, anyway, something to keep in mind. Whatever you do, do not take it. Somebody argued with me today in the comments. It's not the mark of the beast. If they're changing your DNA, just like it was before the flood, which damns you to hell and you can't be saved anymore, or it's the mark of the beast where you're promised that you're damned to hell, please tell me the difference in consequences. There aren't any. Do not take it. Do not mess around. It's not a joke, all right? Don't play the games. Don't roll the dice with Satan, okay? You don't want to go down that path. It's exactly the same thing in consequence, so treat it like it is, the mark of the beast, all right? Do that for yourself. Save yourself the trouble. Stay away from it. Hold the line. Even if everybody else is around you taking it, don't take it. Stand firm, all right? In your conviction, all right? In your walk with God, and you're going to be rewarded for it, okay? Trust me. I know it's scary, but that makes the best stories when you come through it, all right? You get to tell later how you stood firm, and everybody else around you folded like little babies, but you stood firm. And you might be an older or elderly person, all right? And it's gonna be totally awesome because you did something awesome. It's something, just another thing you'll be able to present to the King, a selfless act, honorable act that you're with him to the end, all right? And that's very honorable, all right? Let's see. Do I have anything else I want to talk about? White House not telling people. Yeah, no, I think I've covered it, right? This is kind of just a little update I wanted to do. And like I say, they've got it set up. They knocked out the buoys on purpose. They're making the volcano erupt, it looks like, most likely. There's other volcanoes or earthquakes that are taking place across the U.S. right now, from Yellowstone, or the Madrid Fault, and as well as over there in the Cascade region and stuff like that. But earthquakes are happening all over the place right now, and it's getting pretty rumbly and tumbly. It's about to look catastrophic here for America. We'll see what happens, but it's getting close for sure. And I wouldn't be surprised if things goes off with the volcano and it does cause tsunami. I would treat it as such. I'd be careful. Will we get out of here before that? Somebody just shared a dream that they had, or not a dream, but God told them 3 years ago. When the water comes, the rapture happens at the same time. Will that coincide with it? I don't know. I've heard dreams and stuff like that where the bombs are coming down, people see it, and at the same time the rapture goes. I look at all of it. It's all around the same time and stuff like that. Will it happen at the same time? Can you count on that? I don't know, and I can't give a guarantee for that, but I always keep this stuff in mind. I'm happy to share it and stuff like that with what people have shared and stuff, and it's important to know all this stuff. If you can hold on to it, your mind can hold so much stuff. It's unbelievable. It's an archive, an unlimited archive, so throw as much information as possible, and if that fits the bill for something you need to know later, then pull it out. Just pull that book off the shelf, okay? But that's why I'm happy to talk about so many different topics and things like that. It's really getting close though, right? And I just wanted to knock out a quick video, warn you guys, and say keep your head looking up, keep your eye on God, and be walking with Him, talking to anybody you can when you get the chance. But I think that time's just about over anyways. We're ready to go, and I'm praying Maranatha as soon as humanly possible every single day, and there's a lot of people that are doing that. I'm definitely one of them. I want to get out of here as bad as possible very, very soon, because I'm going to be up against the wall too here really soon, and the only way out of here, honestly, is for us to be getting and going up, because it's about to get really nasty. But anyways, just a quick update. I want to encourage you guys, hang in there, and who knows what's going to happen with this, but it looks like it's about to go apocalyptic. We'll see what happens, all right? But God bless. I'll catch you next time on the Alicia, and I'll see you in the air. All right, bye.